Hello, welcome to Asian Pacific America. I'm Robert Honda, your host for our show here on NBC Bay Area and Cozy TV. We start with a very unique look at one of the biggest events in the history of the Japanese American community. Photographs secretly taken inside the Heart Mountain internment camp, thousands of them now being shown publicly. They reveal a lot about camp life. Our guest, a member of that family that took the pictures, hopes to find out much more. She's on a mission to identify people in the photos. And we have more intriguing images, Japanese American war heroes getting some long overdue recognition. We talk about a congressional medal dinner that not only honored vets, but helped support a new digital exhibition to be unveiled at the Smithsonian next year. Then we explore a big problem in every community, how to get the people who need help connected to those who want to help them. A look at how a new service, Community One, is making that happen. And we continue our tradition of showcasing artistic performances, this time a dance performance by an Indonesian dance company in San Francisco. We will find out more about the cultural elements that make up this unique dance form, then see it for yourself in our studio. Well, Heart Mountain Internment Camp in Wyoming is where my father's family was sent during World War II. Many other prominent Japanese American families were also there. But it wasn't until very recently that any of us knew about secret pictures taken by the Hirahara family, developed in a dark room under the barracks. Those photographs, thousands of them, have been surfacing, including in a recent documentary, The Legacy of Heart Mountain, based on those images. Joining me right now is Patti Hirahara. It was her father and grandfather who took those photographs, and she not only wants people to see the images of camp life that haven't been seen before, but she wants to identify the people in those photographs. Patti, thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you very much, Robert.
Always good to see you.
Thank you.
Give me an idea here, first of all, in terms of the way these pictures surfaced and how they were taken and things like that. What was sort of the chronology in terms of people finding out about them and how you ended up sort of showing them to the world?
Well, they were in my grandfather's attic in Yakima, Washington. I found another 1,200 in my father's home in Anaheim, California. And I knew we had pictures. They were used in the first Heart Mountain reunion in 1982 in Los Angeles, but I didn't know we had that many. And once my father passed away in 2006, and I'm the last Hirahara of the ones that immigrated in 1909, here into America, that I felt it was my time to tell a story and to tell the story of the over 10,000 people that were in Heart Mountain from 1942 to 1945.
Tell me something, when you see so many pictures like that, especially ones that haven't been seen before, and the people in the pictures don't even realize they exist, what were some of the things that jumped out at you as you see those images?
Well, you actually get to see what camp was like, and I think that was a question. WRA photographers were taking pictures, but these were taken by two private individuals. One was my grandfather, and one was my father, who was a high school student. And so I felt that this showed a very vast professionalism.
Yes,
by
in
two
fact,
people.
One of the things that really impressed me when I saw some of the pictures is that even the posed pictures have kind of a relaxed, less, a very spontaneous feel to them. Like the people that were taking the pictures were capturing like real moments versus anything real posed or, something that wasn't as candid. Give me an idea here, what about your mission to try to get these people identified? What's behind that mission?
I think is that I want to be able to tell their story, and that the more I find these people who are in those photos, I get to find out more about the family, the tragedy, the happiness, and that these are things that their family didn't even know that these photos existed of their families in camp. So giving to them was giving them a precious gift that they thought would never be able to come into their own hands. And so that's why I feel my family realized that they had something precious and that this was the time we needed to share.
Now, we met at an event for the documentary Hidden Legacy, which was talking about people trying to preserve the arts in the internment camps. And I remember some of those images in terms of how important it was to the people that these things be preserved, that these things be talked about. When you showed me some of the pictures, and they included some of my family relatives, the reaction I had, I was a little bit overwhelmed. You must be getting a lot of reaction like that from people when they see these.
Well, when I go to speak to groups, especially college students, they realize that they really need to start looking into their family history. And so it gets them excited. And then they realize, okay, I need to go see what we have at our home, artifacts. And because before the internment, due to they had to destroy everything and bring only what they could carry. That a lot of Japanese American history has never been told because it was destroyed. And so now whoever has these kind of artifacts, documents, photos, that they should bring them forward and donate at their local educational institution, their museum. And for them to be able to now tell a story if they do have these things to be able to refer to.
Don't want to dwell on it, but want to mention the fact that we do know that there was a little controversy involving some photographs and some artifacts from an internment camp during an auction that caused some problems because some people didn't feel like those things should be put on eBay or they should be put up for sale. And I don't know how you feel about that, but what is your feeling about those images in terms of a historical perspective? How much do you think they really add in terms of people understanding what was going on during that time?
Well, the problem is that the new generations weren't born then, and that many of the families are finding that the parents never talked about camp. And so now this is the only thing they have left to be able to find the true story. So that's why I feel that those images, those artifacts are important, and they need to be displayed, they need to be exhibited.
And we will be putting up many of those exhibits and pictures on our Facebook page, on Asian Pacific America Facebook page. And of course, the Japanese American Museum will also be having a quick an exhibit on this. Really quickly, what are they going to be displaying?
The Japanese American Museum of San Jose is going to be showing photos that I have that need to be identified out of the over 2,000 photos that my family took from 1943 to 1945. And they will be having a very small photo exhibit explaining the collection.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
And we'll follow up on that as they start to do that. Patti, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Well, coming up, the Japanese American veterans honored with congressional medals and the project to make sure their contributions are seen and remembered.